Aloha guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, it's another month, guy. It's May, and as I normally would do like a full updates video, Disney just announced some huge news. So we're actually gonna focus on that big news in tonight's video. That is 5 or 6 awesome big changes and updates coming to Disney World 2024. They announced it here in May, and we're going to talk all about it because 2 of these items are huge, and one of those items is really important. And since we have so much info to ponder and discuss, we are going to hop right to it. Are you guys ready? So again, Disney just announced 5 huge changes and updates that are coming soon for 2024, but they actually announced 6. So we're gonna start with the first one. Are you ready, guys? I have been getting this question asked for months now. 2024 packages will be coming out May 31st. That's right, this month, in a few weeks, you will be able to book Walt Disney World vacation packages. Now these packages will start January 9th and go all the way through December 31st, 2024. So next year. If you're looking to go to Disney World this year, we can already book that. I'm talking about next year. For those of you who like to plan ahead, this is your chance. May 31st. Now this includes a Disney World room, right? A resort room, park tickets, and we're gonna get to what that and is gonna be. I'm just gonna let you guys know, Disney World does require a $200 deposit when you do book one of these vacations. So for all the people that think you have to pay thousands of dollars up front, nope, Disney only requires $200 down to book these packages and secure not only your room, but your dates for next year. Now, I'm just gonna plug this in here, guys. You wanna book with a travel agent. You wanna book with a travel agent who specializes in Disney. Why? Because we only benefit you. We are here to share our tips and our tricks with you, right? We're here to help you, give you guidance. We're here to give you advice. We're here to be your coach to ensure you have the most magical vacation ever. We are not controlling. We do not control your trip or your package. You actually do. In fact, my clients will say, Nina, can you make this payment? Nina, can you add hoppers? Nina, can you change my dates? Blah, blah, blah. Constantly, all the time. And I say, yep, no problem, will do. And the best part, guys, I'm actually free. Disney pays me. So it really doesn't hurt you at all to book a Walt Disney World vacation with an authorized travel agent for Disney, because you're only getting the perks and the benefits of that. There really is no extra cost assigned to you. Not all travel agents are created equal, so you do want to do your research and get a travel agent who not only vacations all the time, but knows Disney World through and through. Does that make sense? So I'm just throwing it out there, guys. Just a thought. You're looking to book a Walt Disney World package, make sure you search up a very qualified travel agent to help you, especially here in the US. The UK, you guys get special deals in different situations, but here in the US, yes, find yourself an awesome travel agent. But we are gonna move on. Now that you know 2024 is gonna start May 31st, we're gonna get into the 5 big things that Disney recently announced. And 2, like I said, are gonna blow your mind. That's right. So the first one, big news number 1, are you ready for this, guys? Park pass reservations. Starting January 9th, 2024, which is the same time the 2024 packages will start, date-based tickets no longer need park pass reservations. That is for most of you. The majority of people are purchasing date-based tickets. This means people who just purchase standalone tickets, whether it's 1 days or up to 10 days, whether you have hoppers or not, doesn't matter. You are considered date-based, because when you purchase those tickets, you actually have to go into the system and say, yep, I'm traveling December 1st, right? Anyone who books a Walt Disney World vacation package and includes those tickets, you're in the same boat. Those are then going to be date-based tickets because your vacation package might start October 1st. Therefore, you have a date assigned to your ticket. So most people, right, standalone ticket people, tickets in a Disney vacation package, you will no more park pass reservations starting January 9th. This is so exciting for all of my clients. However, it's not so exciting for me because annual pass holders still have to make park pass reservations. What? So do any sort of group. So if you're sending your kiddies off to some sort of group tour with a school or a band or some sort of sport, you will also need park pass reservations. Anyone going for some sort of medical convention or other sort of business convention, same situation, you will need park pass reservations. But anyone who actually purchases straight up tickets or has a Disney package, nope, not for you. So I don't know why some of us have to do it, but not everyone. Whatever, take it. It's a win. So any of my clients, yeah, no more park pass reservations for you, starting if your trip starts January 9th, 2024. Now, let's get into another bit of the big news here. This isn't the huge one, but it's important. Disney announced something called the Good to Go Days. I'm not so sure about this announcement, but it was in there, so I'm going to give you the details. The Good to Go Days are for APs and cast members. Disney is saying they will give us select days throughout the year where park pass reservations will not be required. Okay, thank you, Disney. So some days, but not all days, and they'll be determined when. These so-called select days, we won't need a park pass reservation. I assume these select days won't be during, I don't know, spring break, Christmas break, Thanksgiving, July 4th, all those peak holidays. So yeah, I'm assuming it's like gonna be a random Tuesday and random month throughout the year. But Disney gave us a little perk there, select days, but that's in addition to the new policy that just came out last month, and that is anytime after 2 p.m., except for Magic Kingdom on, Saturdays and Sundays, APs can go without a park pass reservation starting now, starting yesterday, starting last month. So once it's hit 2 o'clock, and you're like, yeah, let's go to Disney World, and you want to go hang out at the park, you can absolutely do that if you're an annual pass holder and it's not Magic Kingdom on Saturdays and Sundays. However, Disney, when you're an AP who books a Walt Disney vacation package, my AP tickets then become, date-based during that package time. So please allow APs to not have to book park pass reservations when we also have a package, right? A Walt Disney World Resort package, because that would be nice to not have to worry about those park pass reservations on my family vacations. But basically this big stuff is for the locals, right? Locals, once it hits 2 o'clock, you can go flock to the parks, have a great time. Unfortunately, those of us who have to plan our vacations, we're stuck park pass reservations. But yes, that was announcement number 2. Are you ready, guys? Collect yourself. Announcement number 3 is the big one. It's the doozy. It's the big kahuna. Dining plans are back. That's right. Disney finally gave us a date. They've been teasing us about the meal plans for years. Yeah, meal plans are coming back. Yeah, they're totally coming back. And they never gave us a date. And clients and you guys are constantly asking me, when's the meal plan coming back? When's the meal plan coming back? It's coming back, guys. January 9th, 2024. That's right. All of this stuff pretty much starts January 9th, 2024. That means they want to get rid of all that holiday traffic, that leftover from Christmas and New Year's traffic. Starting January 9th, 2024, that's when those big packages will start. That's when meal plans will be back. But get this, we can start booking them with your 2024 packages starting May 31st. So that means if you want to book a Walt Disney World vacation package for 2024, I can get you your Disney resort, I can get you your park tickets, and I can get you the meal plan. Yes, guys, you guys have been begging for this, but I get a lot of questions about the meal plan, so we are actually going to dive deep into the meal plan as best we can right now. Disney's always a little fuzzy with the details till the very last second, but we're going to talk about that. Is it worth it? What is the meal plan? Blah, blah, blah. All those questions you guys always have. We're actually gonna dissect that right now. So first big question is really, well, how does it work and what really is a Disney meal plan? So essentially you're gonna be paying for your meals ahead of time, before you travel, before you go to Disney World. So you have to kind of gather in your head how many meals and how many types of meals you could be eating so that when you purchase the meal plan, all of that's going to be prepaid for. It'll be added to your package. It'll be paid up with your package. So when you go to Disney, you can be more free. You don't have to nickel and dime everything. When your kids want a snack, you can just say absolutely. You don't have to check the bank statement and make sure you have enough money in your, credit card to be able to pay for their snack. It makes it really easy and breezy. And for those of you who really want to budget, like you're going to Disney World next year, but you need to, make monthly payments. You need to figure out if you can afford it. This is how you would budget, because you would add the meal plan in and it covers X amount of meals and snacks. And for at least those meals and snacks, you are covered. It's in the budget. It's already been paid for. Hopefully this makes sense. But these are things you need to know about it. 100%. Every single guest in your reservation has to have the meal plan. So if you're traveling with grandma and grandpa and they're in the same room as you and grandpa's like, you know what, I don't want to eat as many meals as you, too bad. Everyone in that room is getting the meal plan. Mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, grandma, grandpa, anyone in that room, if one person has the meal plan, everyone gets the meal plan. And it's added per nights of stay. So if you're staying 7 nights, you get the meal plan for 7 nights. You do not get to pay for the meal plan for 5 nights or 3 nights. It's however many nights you are staying in your package is how many nights worth of the meal plan that you get. So that's just something to kind of know in advance. Everyone in your party has to get it. It's either all or nothing, and it's for your whole time of your stay, not partial. So this question comes up a lot when I have people who are going to Disney for a week, but they're skipping off to Universal for a couple of days, and obviously they're not going to be eating at Disney while they're at Universal. Totally makes sense. I will coach you on how you can make that benefit for you. Basically, you just kind of get bigger and better meals up front, so you don't have to worry about losing credits. The last thing you want to do is leave credits behind, because what it is you're getting credits, and we're going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about what those credits mean. Are you ready? So the next question, of course, is what are the plans, or what's included, right? So 2 of the dining plans will be returning, and that is going to be the regular Disney dining plan, or I like to call it the table service plan, and then the Disney quick service dining plan will be returning. Those 2. Only those 2. You have to pick between those 2, right? So this is what they are. The Disney dining plan, or as I like to call it, the table service plan, because it makes more sense when you think about it. You're going to get 1 table service, sit down waitress, 1 quick service, walk up, mobile order, go, 1 snack or drink per person per night. Now these are credits. So you're getting 1 table service meal credit, 1 quick service meal credit, 1 snack credit per person per night. You don't have to use them per day or within that night. It's within a trip, but that's what you're getting. So again, if you're going to stay that 7 nights, you would get 7 table service, 7 quick service, 7 snacks per person for your entire trip for you to use. And the Disney dining plan is great for people who love table service, who love to sit and relax, have a waitress, get some air conditioning, people who want character meals. So families with kiddos, this is an excellent way to save money, because you can get all the character meals, you can entertain the kiddos with characters and food, and you saved some money. It's a great way for people who, like I said, are foodies and love those relaxing meals, where you kind of get served with the waitress and all that good stuff. Like I said, it's per nights of stay. So 7 nights, you would get 7 table service, 7 quick service, 7 snacks per person if you're staying those 7 nights. If you're staying 5 nights, then it would be 5, 5, 5. Hopefully that makes sense. Now for the Disney quick service plan, you're going to get 2 quick services, 2 quick service credits, and 1 snack or beverage credit per person per night of stay. So again, if you're staying those 7 nights, you would get 14 quick service and 7 snacks or beverages per person for your entire stay, right? If you're doing 7 nights. If you're doing 5 nights, then it would be 10 quick service and 5 snacks. Hopefully you guys are with me. So quick service is great for the family on the go, family who doesn't want to deal with reservations, doesn't want to be tied down to a time, people who want to just walk up and eat or mobile order and eat, people who just don't have time for all that reservations and waiting. The quick service plan is perfect for you. But these are things you need to know. First, both plans, Disney Dining and Disney Quick Service, they both include the resort mug, guys. Yes, I've been talking about the resort mug for years. The price has recently gone up to $22 per mug, but it used to be included in the meal plan and it will once again. So everyone in your party would get a resort mug. Again, mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, grandma, grandpa, who's ever staying in your room, in your reservation, will get a resort mug for unlimited refills at any Disney resort. Doesn't have to be your resort, it's any Disney resort, but they do not work at the parks or the water parks and stuff like that at the resort. So unlimited coffee, tea, soda, Powerade, lemonade, hot chocolate, fill in the blank. So you'll be getting that resort mug as well. Now to break it down a little bit more, at a table service meal, so using your table service credit, what do you get with that credit, right? It's a valid question. You're gonna get, so if it's a buffet meal, if it's a character meal, you would get that full access to that buffet. If it's a family style meal where they bring a bunch of food to you at your table to eat, that would be included. So you would get the buffet or the family style meal. If you're going to a restaurant where it's like pay individually for items, right? You would get an entree, you would get a drink, and you would get a dessert. Now this is for table service. So entree, so what? Burger, fries, dessert, cheesecake, beverage can be soda, coffee, tea, or if you're 21 years or older, yeah, you could get an alcoholic beverage. For those kids who are 10 and older, but still under 21, but they're paying that adult price, they can get more specialty drinks, like smoothies or milkshakes per the restaurant, per the location. But yeah, so you parents, you people who like to drink, you can get the steak, the cheesecake, and wine. What? Yeah, for 1 table service credit. For quick service credits, you would get whatever the meal is, right? So you would pick a meal. Sometimes they have a combo meal. It's like chicken sandwich. You might get some French fries and a drink. Or you can order an entree and a drink, right? So burger, fries, soda, or salad, coffee, whatever. Kids, it's the same thing. They always have those specialty kids meals. So a kid credit would be whatever's included in the kids meal, right? So chicken tenders, mandarin orange, apple slices, and a small water, whatever. So whatever those meals are, that would be included in your 1 quick service credit. Now in your snack or drink credit, this is where I have fun. That means any pretty much single serving snack or drink item that are throughout the parks would most likely they're included. In fact, they put a little symbol by the item. So we're talking Mickey pretzels, churros, a single popcorn, single, Mickey's premium ice cream bar, single sodas, Sprites, Cokes, bottles of water, all those kind of things would be considered snack or drink, 1 of those credits. Does that make sense? If it's a multi-package, something like a box of donuts, that's not really gonna be included. It's more of like a single treat kind of item. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. And these credits, yeah, they work all throughout Disney property. So Disney resorts, Disney parks, the water parks, Disney Springs, over 200 locations will be accepting these Disney meal plan credits. And that's essentially what they are, because again, if I said you've got 10 quick service, that's 10 quick service credits. So just kind of note that terminology there. You can call them points, you can call them meals, you can call them whatever you want. They're technically credits, right? Key things you want to know here is you can mix and match, right? So you don't have to use table service for breakfast and quick service for dinner, and you can use 2 of your table service in one day and 3 of your quick service in the next day, and then have 1 day with no meals because you're going to Universal or something. You can mix and match day by day all that you want. Right? You can save all your snacks to the very end, buy a bunch of, Disney candy and take them to your relatives and the person who stayed behind to watch the dog. Do what you want. But here's the key. They expire at midnight, the day you check out. So you want to make sure you use those credits. You want to kind of think in your head mentally how to use these credits through the flow of your trip. So you're not there at the very end with like 16 quick service credits and 200 snack credits. Okay, if you did, that would be obnoxious. But you guys get my point. You either use it or you lose it. So if you have extra snacks left over, just buy a bunch of stuff, take it home. And the other thing you need to know is kids ages 3 to 9 are paying the kids price, which is actually a reduced price. It's actually a really good deal. Those kiddos ages 3 to 9 do have to order off the kids menu when there is a kids menu. So just note that, kids 10 and up, they can order off either menu, usually the adult menu, but especially that smaller age group, 3 to 9, yeah, kids menu for you. But this brings up the next question, of course. Okay, Nina, sounds great. I love the idea of budgeting and paying for my food in advance, but how much is it? Okay, guys, that is the one question I cannot answer. I could give you the price back from 2019, but it is not gonna make sense today, so I'm not even gonna bother with the cost. Disney's probably gonna give us that cost probably as close to, if not on May 31st, when we can actually add it to packages. But like I said, note the ages 3 through 9, those kiddos, their package was way cheaper to purchase, because that was the big question parents would ask me is, okay, I love the idea of the meal plan, but I have such picky kids. Like my kids will only eat mac and cheese and chicken tenders. I don't want to pay for a meal plan because they're probably not going to eat anything but granola bars. Gotcha. Just note that the kids plan is always super duper cheap. In fact, Disney says that 2024's meal plan for kiddos is going to save you 20% from paying out of pocket. So just note that even though you do have those picky kiddos, the meal plan is still going to benefit you as a family, and no one saw that you took a bite of their burger and ate their french fries, right? If they couldn't finish their food. But just know that in advance, we do not have a price. If you see prices on some other site, they are not legit. Disney has not released prices. So now the big question I get, guys, the big kahuna for meal plans are, is it worth it? Yeah, huge question. And unfortunately, this is not an easy answer. The answer is yes, it's worth it. And then no, it's not. It really, really depends on who you are, what you eat, how you eat, and if you get the correct meal plan for you and you do it correctly, if that makes sense. In fact, how and where you would use these meal credits is something I have always coached my clients on, because it really does matter. Now, if you think about it, the quick service meal plan comes with 2 quick service, credits every single night, every single day, right? So, but most of us eat 3 meals in a day, right? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but you only got 2 credits. Of course, my big tip is, pay out of pocket for the meal that's the cheapest. Don't use your credit for the $8 bagel sandwich when you could have been using your credit for the $22 steak. Does that make sense? So you want to think wise with your credits. It does kind of help if you go into the app in advance, look at the menus, get an idea of cost so that you know which meals might be more expensive, which ones would be cheaper. Don't use your credits on the cheap stuff if you can use it on the expensive stuff, right? Same thing with table service plans. You want to go ahead and get those expensive meals, character meals, family style meals, buffet meals. Meals that have a set price are always going to be more costly than if you were to nickel and dime, the peanut butter sandwich versus the burger. Once you've prepaid for all this stuff, you can get the steak, you can get the lobster, you can get the expensive item on the menu, whatever you want. But you want to think wise about it, because it also matters what restaurant you make reservations for and stuff like that. Hopefully that kind of makes sense, but it's really all about how you use your credits and do you do it wisely. You also don't want to be the family who doesn't want to be tied to reservations, but yet you got the table service plan. And then halfway through Disney, you're like, I hate waiting around till 5:30 till our meal, and then you start canceling all your reservations. Well, what are you going to do with those credits? So you want to think smart ahead of time, what type of family you are, what type of eater you are. Do you want to just go so you can make most of your rides? Then you're a quick service person. Do you want to take time out of your day and relax, get some air conditioning? Yeah, you might be a table service person. So just kind of know that in advance. But yes, pre-COVID, 100%, I would say for the majority of my clients, the meal plan was worth it if you do it correctly. Now, I did have a few families in there who told me the meal plan wasn't worth it for their kids, but they were also not thinking of the cost it was for their kids. Their kids were so cheap that there's no way it wasn't worth it for the kids, but it's a mindset. It's how you think about it. But yes, in general, I would say the meal plan is worth it, but I don't know the price for 2024 yet, so we're gonna revisit this topic on a later date, but let's keep going. So the next question, of course, is, okay, Nina, great, love the budgeting, love the fact I can order whatever I want, love it, love it, love it, but how do I get it? How do I add it? Well, first, you gotta call up your travel agent, or you gotta call Disney and say, hey, can you add the meal plan to my package? 2024 packages only, people. If you are going in 2023, yeah, you cannot get the meal plan. It's 2024. It's a super duper easy to add. Whoever you booked with, you just add it to your package. Easy breezy. Other thing you need to note is the meal plan cannot be added for people with just tickets. It cannot be added for people staying off property. This is a Disney resort guest perk only. And yes, it is a perk. Saving money on food you're gonna eat anyway is a perk. So for those of you who have been staying off property to save a few dollars, this may be a reason to come back to property, because now you can save on the food. Yeah, but of course there's some things to know, some little things that kind of impact here the meal plans. First thing you need to know is you do need to manage your expectations. I know it sounds great when I say you can get 7 table service credits and you can book the character meals and the family meals and the buffet meals. That sounds great, except dining is really crazy right now. There are people out there hogging reservations. You know who you are. Please stop doing it. But yeah, there's people out there hogging reservations, then they try selling them to people on the side. It's absolutely obnoxious. This needs to get fixed. But you do need to manage your expectations. If you are staying for only a 3-night trip, you're probably not gonna get the most amazing meal there. You're not gonna get the most popular meal there. The longer you stay, the more likely you are to get Cinderella's Table and, Space 220 and all of those awesome meals. Just note, just because you want the reservation doesn't mean you're actually gonna get it, unfortunately. Pre-COVID, it was really easy to get people everything they wanted pretty close to the time that they wanted it. Things have changed, sadly. So just know that. You do want to kind of mix in really popular meals, the top ones that you want, with maybe some meals that aren't as popular. And just because they're not popular doesn't mean they're not good. There are tons of restaurants on property that I absolutely love that no one goes to because no one talks about them. Doesn't mean they aren't amazing. But yeah, just manage your expectations. If you don't get that one place you really, really wanted, just keep checking. Go on the app and just check. Often, hopefully what you want will pop back into the system. The other thing, again, I'm going to reiterate it. These expire the day you leave, right? So use them or lose them. And this is true with the resort mug. Midnight on the day of checkout is when it all expires, the resort mug and your credits. So even though you get checked out of your room by 11, if you're still hanging poolside at the resort or you went to the park that day, you can still use your credits. It's midnight the day you check out. The other thing you need to note is it says it in the fine print, and I don't know if it said this before, but it is definitely something I noticed. So I'm gonna read it to you. It says, meals are non-transferable between party members. AKA, you cannot swap your meal credits with other guests within your room. Now, like I said, I don't know if this is new or if Disney is really gonna have a way to control this, but I remember back in the day, my husband, who was the eater, me not so much, he would go and eat and use all of our leftover credits. He would have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a couple of days, just so we would use all of the extra credits because we knew I wasn't necessarily gonna use them all or the kiddos weren't gonna use them all. So he would go and get a kid's meal and whatever, and he would use them. it says we can't do that anymore. So I don't know how true that is. Also, often if we had extra credits, I would often just buy people's meals who were in line. I'd be like, hey, do you have the meal plan? Oh, you don't? Good, I'm gonna get your burger for you. You know, stay tuned for that one, but just note that it is in the fine print. But let's move on from the meal plan, guys. We still have 2 more things to announce. The next one is extended park hours for guests. What's Disney saying about this? Nothing, just that it's gonna happen again. Just that it's for 2024, it's gonna keep happening. That was the big news for extended park hours for resort guests. Disney, what we wanna know is if you're gonna change that half an hour to an hour. That's really information we would find useful. Basically, what Disney is saying is that half an hour that all resort guests get now will continue for 2024. So you can get that early morning hours, which means you can get into, you know, you can ride a few things before other people. You can get in line before other people. I actually find that half an hour to be beneficial. Yes, an hour is better, but a half an hour isn't necessarily unuseful either. They're also continuing the deluxe extended hours. So those of you staying at a Disney deluxe resort, you do have random days throughout the week that you get park hours in the evening just for deluxe guests. And that is an awesome way to get a bunch of ride-ins because it's limited. I mean, it's just for deluxe guests. It's not for everyone. But yes, Disney's saying we're going to continue to do that. The next one cracks me up a little bit, but we need to talk about it because it's important. You ready? Update number 5. Genie Plus, guys. Wait for it. They're thinking about how they're going to possibly simplify Genie Plus. What? Disney, we've been asking for this for years. Since you brought out Genie Plus, we've been asking for it. Disney's saying, yeah, for 2024, we're going to think about ways we can simplify Genie Plus for you. What does this mean? They are looking for ways for us to plan and prepare for Genie Plus before we get to the parks. What? Yeah, we've been complaining that we don't like purchasing Genie Plus at 7 a.m. We've been complaining we don't like rushing to our phone at 7 a.m. to get our first Genie Plus, and then we spend all park day looking at our phone finding more Genie Pluses. We've been saying that for years. Disney's saying, yep, we're working on it. We're working on ways that you can do this in advance beforehand so you can spend more time with your family and friends while at the parks. I have to crack up about this because to me, anyone else, if we can plan for Genie Plus in advance, what does this sound like? Yeah, fast passes? Are you gonna bring back fast passes? Like that's what it is, right? If we can plan in advance, then that's very much what fast passes were. So I find this very funny because Disney already took away the ability to purchase Genie Plus in advance. But now they're saying they're gonna allow us to possibly plan Genie Plus in advance, but that means we would also have to be able to purchase Genie Plus in advance, right? So you have to purchase it before you can plan for it, before you can use it, right? But they took that away because too many people were purchasing it and the lines were getting too long. But now they might be bringing it back and then we can plan in it. Disney, really? Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm confused. I'm excited and confused because Disney gave us a little bit of that and then they took it away and then we had fast passes. Like, are they just gonna charge us for fast passes now? Like, I don't know. Disney's working on it, guys, and it will be announced for 2024. It just cracks me up. Okay, so in all seriousness, we have obviously proven to Disney we're willing to pay to skip the line. We have been complaining to Disney that we don't want to have to pay to skip the line and spend the whole time on our phones getting those passes. Disney's saying, we've heard you, we're working on it, we're gonna figure it out, stay tuned. I wonder if they're gonna bring back fast passes and just make us pay for them. Very curious on how they're gonna do that. In fact, I wish them a lot of luck because people have been so furious and angry and irritated with all of this, fast passes to Genie Plus changes and then Genie Plus keeps changing and adjusting that I'm just not sure Disney can come up with a system that's gonna please us all, but I'm very curious on this. So just know that, guys, they're working on it. They're working on fixing Genie Plus, but I do wanna put a little note out there. As everyone misses Fast Passes were not perfect. Fast Passes were something resort guests only could book in super duper advance. So if you were staying on property, you could get your Fast Passes in advance before anyone else. And then off-property people or locals got to reserve Fast Passes last. And if you were someone who didn't know anything about it and you waited till the moment you walked in the park, you were stuck with like Small World and Dumbo as your passes. Fast Passes really did require you to stay on property, and they really did require you to think, where am I gonna be at what time and what ride am I gonna wanna ride when? And a lot of people hated that. A lot of my clients hated that. And I remember spending hours trying to help them figure out Fast Passes and how to arrange them. You know, if you're eating at this restaurant at this time, well, then you know you're going to be in this area at this time. So maybe get your rides to be in the similar time frame and area of your restaurant was also one of my suggestions. So just remember, nothing is really perfect at this point. Whatever they come up with could be like Fast Passes. It could be a lot more money. It could only benefit resort guests. We have no clue. Just note, Disney's working on it. But yeah, guys, that was the big 5 or 6 things. What do you think? Who is excited for the meal plan? I will tell you this. When my kids heard me talk about the meal plan being back, they were so excited. And I'm like, what are you guys so excited about? They are so tired of me ordering groceries and making them sandwiches to eat in the park. They want the meal plan back. My kids wanted the meal plan back. They miss eating out at those restaurants. What happened is when the meal plan went away and COVID happened, a lot of those restaurant prices skyrocketed. Reservations were hard to get, and I just decided to kind of make it easy and save a few dollars and pack sandwiches for a couple of the meals. Well, apparently that has irritated my children. So my children are 100% ready for the meal plan. Are you? Let me know in the comments. I will still be ordering groceries, right? Because again, if you get 2 quick services a day, what are you gonna do with that 3rd meal, right? So we would normally order groceries, have breakfast in the room, use our credits for lunch and dinner. All things we're gonna talk about once we hear more. But yeah, those are the 5/6 things, the big announcements. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But as always, guys, I hope this video was helpful. We are gonna dig deeper into the meal plan once it actually comes out, but I'm hoping this gives you enough information for you to at least know if you want it or not come May 31st. Again, seek out a travel agent if you know one to get them to book your package. We only help, we don't hurt, especially the ones who know what they're doing, right? So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray. The bell icon for notifications, like this video, and comment. Out of all these announcements, including the date, you know, May 31st for 2024 packages, which one are you most excited for? Was it no park pass reservations? Was it the meal plan? Was it the fact you can just book 2024? Or are you excited for this vague, very vague and odd Genie Plus potential change? Let me know in the comments, guys. But as always, mahalo for watching. Nina out. Bye, guys.